This interview is a paid advertisement. It was produced on behalf of the company and is considered investor relations activity under Canadian securities law. All statements and opinions are those of the guest and should not be construed as investment advice. Please do your own due diligence or consult a registered investment advisor. Hello and welcome back to the Gold Newsletter. We are in Beaver Creek. We're at the Precious Metals Summit and I'm sitting down with Cassiar Gold. I'm joined by Jill Maxwell and Marco Roque, VP Exploration and President and CEO of Cassiar Gold. It's great to have you. Good to see you. How are things?
Great.
Excellent. Well, we have to catch up. We haven't spoken in a while. It'd be good to get a bit of an update. Maybe remind us, Marco, resource you just recently put out, recently meaning late spring, and then we'll touch on the exploration upside because you just put out an exploration update this morning as well. But let's get the basics straight. Marco, run us through the resource and the potential.
Absolutely. So we put out a mineral resource estimate update a couple of months ago, and we also just recently released a technical report that supports it, 43101. So, really a substantial increase in our ounces. So we now have 1.9 million ounces inferred at a 0.95 grams per ton, with an additional 410,000 ounces indicated at 1.43 grams per ton. A really substantial increase in the number of ounces. We had added a new category within the indicated. The footprint of the deposit is roughly 1 square kilometer. There's on average 10 meters of overburden on the deposit. So, it's hard to get any closer to surface than this. The deepest point of the resource is 370 meters, but 91% of the ounces occur within 150 meters from surface. The deposit is open laterally, it's open at depth. And that's just a Taurus deposit. We have other targets like Newcoast and Snow Creek and Wings Canyon and Hopeful that we really like and love, but it's a really great stepping stone, and we're extremely delighted with the results so far.
No, fantastic. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to chat since before the summer, pretty much. So it'd be good to get an update. Also, Jill, what were the exploration plans for the summer? What was the goal?
Right, so we set out with the 5,000 meter drill program in mind. It's recently been expanded. To date, we've drilled just over 5,000 meters on the property. 2,000 meters have been drilled at the Taurus deposit over 9 holes. That was a series of step-out holes, so we're stepping out beyond the boundary of the resource since we've issued the resource update in June of this year. So as Marco mentioned, there's opportunity for expansion laterally as well in areas at depth at the Taurus deposit, so we're evaluating some of those. We've also sent the drill now. We've got one drill turning actively on site at the moment. It's at the Newcoast deposit, Newcoast prospect, not a deposit yet. But yes, so we're 7 holes into that program. Well, the 7th is in progress as of today, and 3,200 meters roughly have been drilled there so far. Some interesting results have come out as of this morning. We released an exploration update. We have our hole 25 NC010. That was an infill hole evaluating a 250 meter gap between some broad, extensive mineralized intercepts that we encountered in the 2023 and 2024 programs, where we have over 100 meters of high density, narrow sheeted vein sets, extensive iron carbonate, alteration halo, and sulfide mineralization, pyrite mineralization in that alteration halo. That's quite similar to what we see at Taurus, and we find it very encouraging to see there. So hole 10, what we're seeing in that area is some decent continuity to the mineralization from widely spaced drill holes from the 2023 and 2024 programs. And in addition to that, we just drilled the deepest hole to date for the property in the Newcoast area for ourselves as an operator on the property. We shut the hole down at 720 meters. We extended it beyond planned depth because we encountered a series of sheeted quartz veins, extensive alteration halos, some sulfide mineralization with that as well. So it was looking familiar to what we've seen elsewhere, and does a good job of demonstrating that there's potential for the mineralization in the area of Newcoast to extend to a more substantial depth than we initially anticipated. The veins that we're seeing in that hole, which was hole 25 NC14, are a little bit thicker than what we've been seeing elsewhere. So we're interested in finding out what's going on down there and why we're seeing, quite a bit more hydrothermal fluids moving through the area.
Super interesting.
you can't call it a deposit yet,
I can't,
right?
yeah.
The project area that's south of the highway. I keep forgetting the name of it, but we've been talking about that previously. It seems to be connecting with the northern portion of the project as well. Have you been drilling there in that region?
We did hit some mineralization in 2023. 2023 near our historical main line. It was about 200 meters north of existing infrastructure, where we hit high density narrow sheet vein sets there as well, and grades comparable to what we're seeing in the bulk tonnage prospects at Cassiar North. We haven't been drilling at Cassiar South this year. All of our drill
Pretty simple name, actually. I could have come up with that.
all of our drill meters have been focused north of the highway this year,
Yeah.
in the valley at bulk tonnage prospects.
No, fantastic. I appreciate that. Sorry, it's like
Yeah.
for me, because you'd come up with Newcoast, Taurus, but it's all part of Cassiar North and Cassiar South.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We do have a lot of targets, so it can be confusing. But that main mine intercept is 237 meters at 0.69, and that's 2.5 kilometers south of Newcoast, which is itself 2.5 kilometers south of Taurus. So it's there's certainly a potential. That's we know it's part of the 15-kilometer trend that it's mineralized north-south. Would be amazing to see that connect, but of course we need to drill test it to see if it really connects. But just Newcoast on itself, it's a target that we see a lot of similarities with Taurus, and we see a lot of potential. And and any addition to that, meaning the potential continuity between these targets, could be completely transformational. In addition to that.
one thing I picked up in the press release this morning, Jill, is that you're expanding the drill program from 5,000 meters to around 7,000. What gave you the confidence to do that?
Well, we're seeing encouraging geological indications that it would be worth our while. The crew is operating very efficiently at site. Our contractor is operating very efficiently at site. And based on technical reasons that we're not going to discuss at this time, we found it to be geologically compelling, what we were seeing. And we thought that it would be time and money well spent while we have camp open, the crew's there, and the contractors there.
And where are you going to put the additional meters down? Like where you're targeting?
The drill will be staying at Newcoast till we wrap up the program. We completed, as we discussed before, we've completed a chargeability survey, an IP survey, that covered the Newcoast area in 2024. And some of the remaining drill meters will be evaluating some of the chargeability anomalies that were resulting from that survey.
Okay, so a bit of wildcat drilling there as well.
Some proper exploration drilling. The team's really excited about it.
You seem excited about it as well.
I mean, exploration geo. You love taking a risk, but it's we might be humbled, but we're happy to evaluate it because it could really open a whole new trend for us in the area, and it's well supported by the results of our mapping and sampling last year. We have some well mineralized outcrop at surface that we'd like to follow up on. That's supported by what we're seeing in the geophysics as well. So.
When are we going to see drill results from the program? What do you expect?
That's a good question. We have noticed that labs are busier this year than the previous 2 seasons, which is great for the industry, absolutely. So our program initiated a couple weeks later than the last couple seasons. So what we're expecting is probably to have drill results coming out towards the end of this month, maybe into early October. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And maybe just to summarize as well, I think I asked you earlier, but just to clarify, what was the goal of the exploration campaign this year? Just amp up ounces, or we just talked about wildcat exploration a little bit. What was the goal of this year's program?
Right, a healthy balance. Yeah. So we're moving. We're happy with the resource update that we completed at Taurus. It was a meaningful update. It's time to do some network there. So we're in terms of what we're doing with the drill bit now, it's advancing the pipeline of targets, of course. So Newcoast has been a compelling target for us. We're really excited about the similarities we've been seeing between Newcoast and Taurus, and it's incredibly accessible. It's 5 minutes drive from our camp, and the crew's been loving working there, but also working at the same time to advance some of the outlying prospects as well to help establish that pipeline so that we have a continuous set of drill targets to sequence.
Well, we talked about exploration goals and what you're trying to get to in terms of ounces or ounce potential. I think we talked about that ad nauseum before, so which is good. You gotta have a plan. Like for me as an investor as well, I want to see a business plan. Like how are you going to get there? And it's mining. It's not always a straight line, and it's not always easy. So
right now we're evaluating Newcoast. It could have does it have the size potential to be another Taurus? And that helps advance the ad nauseum ounce potential thresholds that you two have been discussing.
Absolutely. No, fantastic. And Marco, maybe catalysts, what can we expect next 2-3 months? What should we be looking forward to?
Yeah, no, as Jill said, we're hoping to release the first batch of drill results late September, early October. We'll be releasing drill results probably until December or January of next year. We're also looking to do met work and to basically follow that up with the PEA, and basically met work in kind of a first pass PEA we're looking to do on the project. We'll be looking to release that in the first half of next year. So a lot of catalysts, drilling, math, economics.
Will the PEA update also, or the PEA actually include a resource update as well? Do you think you'll be at that point? Will you have enough data?
The scope of the drill program this year, I would not expect it to.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So, no, lots of great catalysts. Everybody wants to see economics around it because you're right on infrastructure. So expectations should be fantastic in terms of capex and in general infrastructure spend.
Yeah.
So,
especially with the current gold price, with the amount of ounces that we have.
yeah, no, absolutely.
And more coming.
Margin. Fantastic. Awesome. Jill, Marco, thank you so much for joining us here. It's great to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful conference. And everybody else, thanks so much for tuning into the Gold Newsletter. Hope this was informative. If it was, please hit that like and subscribe button and make sure to follow us for more. Thank you so much for tuning in.